my blog has been like exceptionally lucky. We've continued to grow year after year, and I think it's now to the point where we had over 6 million page views this past month, which meant that I think about 4+ million people actually came to my blog last month.
We can build upon the show. We'll follow every song until we go. If the tide wash us all home, we'll follow every sign to a new oasis right for everyone.
Which just blows my mind. It's just, it's crazy. But that's the internet. My name is Allie Ebright, and I run a recipe blog called Gimme Some Oven, where I create recipes that are quick and easy, usually fresh and delicious, and I share them with the internet. I think that people do think that I cook all day long, and I wish I did. That would be awesome. But the reality is I'm an entrepreneur and I'm self-employed, and there's a lot to running a business. And so I spend a lot of time actually on the tech side of the business, like running a website. There's a lot to that. Managing the ads that go on behind the scenes, managing all of the programming that goes on with my actual website. I spend a lot of time doing my own marketing for the site, because it's kind of like I could spend all this time creating these amazing recipes, but unless I know how to market them and get them to people, they probably won't see them. So I do spend a lot of time not only actively marketing my stuff, but researching best practices in marketing, especially with social media. I have to spend a lot of time doing things with finances or working on, the not fun stuff like taxes, or, just being able to keep the business going and keep tabs on everything. The blog has reached a point now where and the blogging industry has reached a point where there are actually people who will manage my advertising. And so I have a guy who I've never met who basically handles all of my ads and all of the people who want to run, all of the brands who want to run ads on my site. And so there's a lot of work to keep up the monetization side of blogging, as well as the fun part of it, which is the content creation. I began food blogging just totally as a hobby, probably about 5 years ago. I, at the time, had a bunch of friends who did not cook, and it was always the sort of thing where I'd go to a party and bring an appetizer or something, and everyone would email afterwards and ask for the recipe and ask if I could teach them how to make it. And so when I heard about the idea of a food blog, I thought it was just a brilliant place to organize your recipes and be able to share them with people. I'd say the number one question I get is how, everybody's always afraid to ask, but then they do, how I make money. And that was something that I wondered too with getting into blogging. My first, probably about 2 years with the blog, I actually did not monetize. I didn't really realize it was possible. I was kind of in my own little world with blogging the first few years and just totally did it for fun. But then once I realized that you could monetize, I learned all about the ad industry. And specifically for blogs, that's mostly sidebar ads. Anytime that you see, just a little ad at the top or on the side of a page, usually that means that a blogger is making a fraction of a penny. But once you start to get tens or hundreds of thousands of page views, those fractions of pennies can actually turn into an income that you can live on. Kansas City actually has a thriving blogging community. It's actually kind of one of the little meccas, I would say, in the nation where there are maybe an exceptional number of bloggers and some great bloggers. I feel very proud of the fact that Kansas City is home to such talented and successful and just, such a kind group of bloggers. I always get very disappointed when people think that Kansas City is flyover territory. I spend a lot of time now traveling on the coast, and people always seem surprised when I tell them that I'm from Kansas City and that I'm a part of a community that is so artistic and innovative, and there's so many entrepreneurs. And I just want to tell them, yes, this city is alive and it's growing, and we have the best people in Kansas City. They are kind, they are smart, they're creative, and I just feel like, the people here are the most important thing in the world to me, and they're the people who make this city.
Hey, the good boys win. boys win.